Hello everybody, Sam's Trains here and welcome once again back to the railway. And today I'm going to be looking at this Transcontinental Pacific loco. As you can see, it's very similar to the other one that I had, which I featured a few days, well, weeks maybe ago, on a video about the magnetizer. But these locos were actually produced between 1954 and 1973 by Triang and Hornby. But as you can tell probably just by looking at the two, the one that I was running last time is probably closer to the 1954 end, whereas this one, as you'll hopefully see, is closer to the 1973 because it's got the smaller flanges and, you know, it's just generally a bit smarter. You can get the motor out, there's a light in the front, all that jazz basically. Now this loco is it's on permanent loan from Champs123, who very kindly actually gave me a box full of stuff, some of which I'm going to hopefully go through in the next couple of weeks on video, so that you can see some different stuff running. But sorry for mentioning you there, John, I don't want to embarrass you or anything, but yeah, thank you ever so much for what you did there once again. But yeah, this is a gorgeous piece of kit. As you can probably tell, it just looks fantastic, and it's actually been up on Chams123's channel also, and he's done a few mods on it. You know, it's got the LED in the front with the capacitor and, you know, all that stuff, which I'm sure you'll have seen if you've seen any of his videos. And the tender also has the smaller flanged wheels, so that it's more suitable for modern track. I'm not sure if he's put those wheels in or if they came like that. But they're certainly a lot better than mine, my banana tender, as we call it. But yeah, no unboxing to have to bother about today, so we can go in straight away and have a good look at the loco. Now this one is in much better condition, so it's still interesting for me to have a good close look at this. But most noticeable for me is the whistle and the bell, which you can see have been polished up beautifully there, and they really do look a world better than they do when they're, you know, when they're old and nasty and slightly oxidised. It really brings them out there, and because there's no white stripe or anything across the side here, it just makes the loco look so much more striking and almost serious in a way, which I love. I mean, maybe some people won't, but I certainly do. Now interestingly, my old nasty one never had a cow pusher on the front, but this one does. And as you can see there, it helps to make it look very American, I suppose. Looks very transcontinental, which is awesome. You've also got quite a lot of detail along the top of the boiler there. Although none of it's separately fitted, it's quite intricate. There's all sorts of domes and stuff, and there's also this sort of cylinder behind the whistle and the bell, which I think Cliff said was a generator of some sort, you know, for the various lights which may be on there, which seems reasonable enough. So maybe it's that, maybe it's not, but that seems like a good assumption to make. Now at the front here, where the smoke box door would be, I suppose, if this was a British steamer, it's a very detailed area just there. There's rivets all the way around there, and of course the LED sits very smartly in the centre of all that, and especially when it's running it does look very smart indeed, which I hope to show you very soon because it's an excellent runner, as you'd expect. On the side of the cab there you can see you've got the running number 1542, as well as this sort of grid window on it, which I suppose looks quite typical to me of a Transcontinental loco. And the tender there, which looks very similar to my Flying Scotsman tender, but obviously in a slightly different colour. The coal is very reasonable as well. It's quite, again, it's very similar to the Flying Scotsman actually, but it's in very reasonably good condition. Obviously the number there is perfectly preserved over the years, and yeah, it's generally just a very smart looking Pacific, which is I think what we all really like to see. And it strikes me on these locos just how much space you've got in the cab to move around. There really is an awful lot of space. I mean, compared with say the British steamers, even the most spacious of cabs are nowhere near the size of this one, which I suppose gives it quite a unique look, doesn't it? It sort of makes the back end a lot beefier, let's say, than some of the, you know, larger British locos like the A4 or the, you know, the Flying Scotsman, things like that. But yeah, I hope you've had a good close look at that now. It's certainly a spectacle, and if you like this sort of thing, I've got a couple more American locos, or Transcontinental locos, from John, which I'm going to show in the coming days. So if you like these locos, stick around and I will show you a couple more. But for now, let's get this one onto the tracks Unfortunately, I don't have an awful lot of suitable freight, so I've got the choice to either make a short train with suitable freight, or a longer train that you know, has some British stuff on there, but it looks a little bit more like a real consist rather than just you know, a few bits, because I think these locos probably look better with a big heavy load on the back. But again, we'll see what she can pull, we'll see what she's capable of, but most importantly, we'll have a good look at her running, and you know, we'll see how she does. Right, let's do it. Alright then, she's sitting ready on the line, and I've chosen a few bits of freight. It's just a mishmash really, not a massively long train, but you won't believe this. Look at this, there's a caboose. I find that very entertaining for some reason. But yeah, that's an old Bachmann caboose that I bought a long time ago with another Transcontinental diesel. Because I haven't got a coupling that'll suit it, I don't think I've ever showed it on camera. But now John showed me this conversion coach, which has the like Transcontinental coupling on one end and the regular Hornby coupling on the other end. It's brilliant, so I can now use the caboose. So yes, another thanks to John for that. That's very cool. I'm very pleased with that. I can now do a lot more with that. But yeah, we'll try and do a coupling shot now, and we'll see what happens. I'll couple from this end now so that you can see the loco rather than the actual coupling itself. But yeah, let's give it a go. I don't know if I'm set for forwards or backwards, so we'll take a gamble. Ah, there we go. A perfect crawl, of course. And now we'll give her a go at running, I reckon. Right, let's do it. Keep her back. I'm going to get her right back out of shot this time. There we go. Ready, and here we go. And there's the caboose. Well, thank you very much for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed seeing this gorgeous loco. I'm really pleased with it. If you liked it, please tune in again in the next couple of days, because there should be another American, well, transcontinental loco on my rails before too long, so I hope you look forward to that if you like this sort of thing. But for now, thank you ever so much for watching. If you'd like to see some more pictures and whatnot, you can visit the Facebook page at facebook.com/samstrains. But for now, everybody, have a very nice day, and I'll see you all very soon. Cheers.